All right, this is a setup first, okay? Dad is a strict union guy. Dad is solid union. Dad is solid union to the core. Dad is solid union to union to the union to the union. Um, the union gave us better wages. The union gave us safeguards in the workplace. The union gave us a working wage. The union stood up to management. All these things, right? All these things, and I completely agree with him. And this is where the paradox comes. So, and also, there's like a story on top of this, of course, because I have stories, tons of stories. So, I got a job at Conway. If you looked them up, they're non-union. Non-union. You thought my dad was mad at me for selling cars? Oh, he was hot after he found out I was non-union. He was very hot. Very hot. And I told them all the ups and downs they had with Consolidated Freight and Jerry Detter and all this other stuff and how it all came to be, right? How they, here's a cent, take CF. And Jerry's like, nah, I don't want CF. I'll start my own thing. So CCX got CWX and XBO, and now it's XO or PO or XO. I don't know what the hell it is. But anyhow, so it's non-union. Oh, union for my dad. Union. That was it. That union was it. If it was a union, didn't want anything to do with it. Didn't want anything to do with it. And this goes with Japanese car makers too, or foreign car makers too. And there's a story behind that, but I'll tell it in another video. So here's the thing. We had open house there, right? And he's already heard me about, as an account manager, you ride with the P&D driver to see what it's like the first day. And you find out about the territory, and you talk to the people, and you understand what's going on. And we have the best service, and this and that, and our maintenance is impeccable, and our safety is impeccable, and we lead, and we lead, and we lead, and we make really good profit, right? It's when Dick Palazzo was ahead of it. He was actually retiring then. We go to the spread in Ann Arbor, right? Sorry, I don't mean to say right all the time. We go to the spread in Ann Arbor. My dad could not believe it. It's silver. We're eating off silver, people. No joke. It is my second month there, or third month there. Second month there? Yeah. Oh, when they took me out and it was our first lunch together, guess what I got? You betcha. Steak and potato. And Steve Gibson, my manager, oh man, all great managers at the time. He's like, are you sure, Berg? And I'm like, yeah, nope, you're right, salad. So I got steak, potato, and salad. Everybody got like little sandwiches and stuff. He's like, you have no problem asking for whatever, right? And I'm like, nope, no problem. Anyhow, so we get there, right? We're eating off silver. They got the silver buffet out. It's real silver, folks. We now plates and dishes. This is Conway, right? Ann Arbor. And of course, I hung my Ohio State degree there. I was proud to hang it there. Anyhow, so my dad's like, I can't believe your company. And I go, you want to talk to the president? He's right here. And I don't know if I introduced him or if I just said, hey, this is Dick Palazzo. Dick Palazzo, this is my dad, Harvey. Kind of thing. It's very informal. And that company, I love that company. Man, that company made me proud. That's why I kept on talking about when I was off an audit. That's why I kept on talking about my off weeks. That's why I went in on a Saturdays sometimes to get more work done because I loved what I was doing. Absolutely loved it. And so my dad's like, I don't know what to say anymore. You guys are non-union. But from what you tell me and how they run a business and what I see and the generosity they have and what you're telling me about their safety and their equipment and their service, our service was second to none. We go coast to coast. We could go coast to coast. It was Conway now back then, the product was, but we go coast to coast 98% of the time without even guaranteeing it. We could just max that bad boy right up there. And We spoke about that a long time ago. They're like, we just do this overnight and kill everybody. But the competition is good. Competition is good for business. Competition is good for business. You grow as a whole. That's why you grow as a whole. So anyhow, my dad became a non-union, not a fan, but an understandist, I guess you could say. And he's a long-time factory worker, moms, school teacher, union. I was with Food Town, the grocery store, and I was in a union. And I remember I got written up for a drag race. And they saw I was sunburned. They're like, "You were sick." And I go, "Yeah, I went to the drags." They had the union member there, but they still wrote me up. And I worked at UPS, Teamsters, you know. And what I think about the union is it was very strong. It is very strong. In some industries, you do have to have a union. In other industries, it's more laboring than anything. It's more laboring than anything. And you could call it this way. You can call it that way. I'm not going to make them favorites. But so that's the union story. And I almost changed his mind. He's like, kid. He's like, little key. He's like, Conway's all right. Conway's all right. They do a good job. For what you tell me, they treat you well, and they did, and they are, and they do, and they continue to do. And it's one of the most premier outfits I'll ever be. Now it's XPO or PO or whatever. I don't know. It's not GX. Who knows? But I love that company. That's why I stayed late. That's why I did 6.5 hours on the phone. That's why I did 35 plus calls. I only had to do 30. That's why I really enjoyed my job in the field. Unfortunately, they get promoted because you can't enjoy yourself as an auditor, which kind of makes sense and kind of doesn't. It all depends on the manager's stipulations and how they work. So, just I don't know what to say, folks. I had a person that's related to the legend that me and my dad look up to looked at something I posted. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna mention names. But it's as close as a legend I'm gonna get. Love you all. Doing more videos. Gonna do more word search. Gonna do more job searching too. I've yet to find out about these jobs. I'm applying to others. IT related, IT not related. And that's about it. I hope you have a blessed day. I did. Pray for the world. Pray for the armed forces. Pray for the people in the hospital. Be a better human being. Kevin out.